Right, well, we're preparing some train stations for our copper, iron, and deuterium to go back to our main base for our supercomputers and other things. So we've built them under the city. We just need to go to our destination and keep building it. That's what we're gonna go and do. Go over to our power. We go to the end of this road. That's where we're going. And yeah, we're just going to keep going with that. We also have to we'll bring a node of iron and coal over to the train stations as well to add in. I hope everyone's doing well today. Factory's getting long. Well, the city. It's quite the city. Safra, Bean Trophy, let's go. Absolutely. Trophy belongs in the hands. It's the only place for it. Hope you're doing well. I'm going to change to the jetpack. Yeah. Agree, but you need to have the nut in the hand. Well, golden nuts next. I've got all the other trophies. All I've got left is the golden nut. I think we're up to about 400 coupons. So we're doing not too bad. We're going to finish off the deuterium area and then we'll do the iron ingots. I should be able to hover now, I think. Hope you're doing well today, Sapper. Alright, there we go. Alright, I'm gonna do, I was thinking about this, what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I was gonna do... Captain Dynamo, hello, welcome. Good to see you there. Run the double. Oh, hold on, yeah, hold on. How many coupons we got? 418. Let's just space this out and see how it looks. Yeah, this might work. This might work. I think. I don't think I went all the way with that one, but anyway. That'll go there. Those. Looking good. These, I can get rid of these. Oh my god, it's totally floating. Better fix that. That one. It's going to do a normal ramp. There you go. Alright. Is that the same over there? Ah, yep. Yeah. Antha, good to see you. How's things doing in your part of the world? What? Well, it would help if I connected the conveyor belt. That would help. Yeah, I'm going to leave it with the flat front, and now I just need to put supports going down, and I think I'm going to do the big pillar frame. And then let's just run this all the way along, and then I'll do it every so often. So what, every, let's say 1, 2, 3. So what's that? we leave 2 in between. Now that's because that's there. 1, 2. So then that would need to be... I'll leave that one and that one, and we'll put it there. No. I need to leave 3. Let's say 1, 2, 3, and I'll do this one here. And that would be... Is it better from this side, the sun? The light's terrible in the bottom of these foundations. One, 2, so that would be there. And then that's it. Let's have a look at that from a distance. Ah, a little trick I learnt, photo mode and decouple, and then you can get a really nice view from a distance. Yeah, I think that works. Yep. Easy. Simple and elegant. Right. So that's that. Then we're going to do alright, we need our train stuff. Thought I had a... Where are we? Train by 2. So it's either a split left or a split right, so... Ah, that's what I wanted. That's what I was looking for. Now that's not going to be there, and we're going to need to put it not there. Alright, let's just put that over there so I've got a copy of it. Then I want this section here. Maybe? Yep. Copy that. Go to our blueprint mode. I know what to do. Put that there. get rid of that bit. Now didn't, oh yeah, there we go. So I've got my left and my right. Perfect. Then where are we? Right. So we need to go into here. So blueprints. Right, rails by 2. That's what I want. Rail barrier bridge beam by 2. I want that on number 4. So blueprints. I'd love to see previews of these here. That'd be a great mod. Even if they were just rendered, yeah, static renderings. Alright, that one's there. Then 5 is I want to bend. So I need to go... That'll be any one of them. So let's go to blueprints, train, bend. So that'll go in 5. Number 6 is inclines, which I'm not worried about right now. So we get this, and now this is going to be what? I need a train, two carriages, and another train. Right. Nice. Perfectly. So it needs to be the other way around. That way. Right, that fits all within there. I'm going to do one more for good measure. Then we'll join it. And then that's going to curve and go off that way. I'm going to deal with the rest in a bit. I just wanted to get that bit done. Right. We'll deal with the supports in a bit. Alright. Then we're going to go over and sort out how we're going to do the next ones. Right, so there's a... we're not doing the limestone node. So we've got a copper here. So I reckon now there's an iron node. There's one there. There's one there. And there's one there. So I might bring that over to here and down here. Alright. I'm going to bring the foundations over. What I mean by that is foundation alignment. Just the height is what I'm after. They're going to be, the station's going to be 6. That's what I want. Right. That looks about right. Oops, there's a keystroke combination that I seem to do a bit. delete all this crap. Right, so I reckon I'm gonna go the front of my trade station here. Now, how wide can I make this? So this is gonna need, well, there's two stations here actually, yeah. Because there's the iron, which is gonna be 5 carriages, and the copper is gonna be 2 carriages. So why don't we do this is going to get into the rock, so I'm going to skip it there. Go back here. So 6 was what we used over there. So I think what we'll do is do this. Going to bring some power over so I can hover. Right, so let's get a train station. This is the front of the station. We'll put it there, like that. How do we go over there? Oh yeah, that one didn't matter. So maybe I'm going to do it to there. Here's a buffer. Now this is... We'll do the big one first. So what did I say? I wanted 5, 3, 4, 5. So that's 1, 2, that's 3. That would be 4, 5. I'd say we go to there. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want the empty platform there. Right, this is going to be That's that. These are all loads, perfect. Right, so then we're going to do this. I'm going to do my... So one of these train stations is going to be... One of these platforms is going to be from a truck station, so it's got a buffer. So I don't need a buffer on the first one. I might do... no buffers on the last ones. So we'll do buffers on the first one. So blueprints, logistics. It's a load. I'm just going to put that there so I can copy and paste it for when I make mistakes. Hendo, welcome. And we're loading it from there. So if I put that like that. Right, so that goes there. I did that one there, 2. What's happening today, Hendo? This is not a drill, that's right. 3. Right, so that's that last one there. Right, and then Sponger, welcome. Good to see you. And then I reckon this is how this is going to go down. That. This one will be here. Not much, just lurking a bit. Need to get back into your factory soon. Been playing a few other games. Tell me about it. I've been playing some Coal LLC offline. I've been having a lot of fun. Right, so now I wonder if that's going to fit. That was there. This might be really nice. That's the front. So I reckon it goes there. It rotated. Perfect. Right, so I need 2 for the copper. And only one of them I need a feed buffer for. The other one's from a truck station. Not much, just lurking a bit. Oh yeah, sorry. I already read that. Don't worry. That's perfect. So then that one here. And that here. Now, I'm going to do something different. Well, not different, but the same. Seeing as we're double feeding the buffers in, we might as well double feed the truck stations over to here. Right, so now before I do anything else, let's do the right aesthetics. So that one to there. You're probably still late in tier 2 phase. No, it's never too late to play Satisfactory. Doesn't matter where you are up in that. You're always in the right spot you need to be. So I think what we'll do is So another one down, right? Right, so that, in that case, I might move that back. Oh, that's not a proper belting. So what I might do here is then look at that. Baj, Bajon, Buranne. I'll go with Nilsson. G'day, how are you? I'm doing well, yourself? I'm very good at getting people's names correct. Alright, so all of that there. So it's just this one I'll move across, I think. So let's go over to this edge here. Oh, we need some power. I might let's do this for a sec. Close enough. You're doing fine. That's good to hear. How's your day going? So we'll get that. I'd say that's about right. Yeah, there's about right. Get one of these. I hate when it zips the wrong way. But it's nudging that does it, I'm pretty sure. Well, it's 9:45 here and I'm lazy, so still in bed. All a good day so far. Well, I would agree. I would agree. I wouldn't have it any other way by the sounds of it. So I just need to move that one there back. So this one here to there. Put my confusing creature statue in the wrong spot. Put that like that. Okay, so now what I'll do is this rock's a little bit annoying. So I might do that. If I'm right, no. That's pretty impressive. I'm going to say that would line up to there. Why did that come across? Oh dear, it's that stupid diagonal. I think that's where it's got to be anyway. That's so annoying. I suppose it's not too bad. You just completed the transition from Windows 11 to Linux, into 2510 a few days ago, and everything works. That's excellent. It's there's a lot of little things to go through, so I'm happy you've had success there. That looks pretty good. Oh. I'm in the process myself of moving over to Bazite. I've just got a few things I'm still ironing out. So I've been dual booting a bit. And this one here, do that. Either that or the next one will be there, I think. There'll be one here. So there, I've got this one here is a turner. What was the hardest bit of transitioning from Linux to Windows, do you reckon? It's either going to be one here. I'll put one there. We'll see. I'll try that or that. And then we'll have that one. You tried Bazite for a bit, but did not try the whole Emerald thing. Made installing utilities needlessly slow due to requiring a reboot. Gotcha. Understand? Well, yep, you've got to find the thing that works for you. Did that? Is that going to clip? Is that going to train clip or is it okay? That's okay, cool. So that one there. So that one there. Yeah, it's going to need to come across, isn't it? So that, I'm going to go to there. To there. Good question. I've been using Ubuntu on my home lab server forever, so I wasn't starting Linux from scratch. Yeah. Understand. I did run Linux for a few years when I used to work in IT, but I hadn't touched it for a few, so I wouldn't say I'm starting from scratch, but I'm definitely learning a few things. But also I've noticed some things are so much better than they used to be. Alright, so this one is going to need to be there. There. On the gaming front, we've had a lot to thank Valve for. Yeah, absolutely. It's amazing what Valve committed to doing. But you know, honestly, though, that's just Valve protecting their investment, investing in their future, really. You like the transition from the ancient X11 to Wayland? Yep. There's a bit of controversy on the X11 scene, Wayland scene, Xorg. Alright. That's all the incoming belts. So we've got to get that to resources, which won't be a problem. I'll work that out in a sec. You know, it breaks someone's workflow, but it needs to happen. Yep. So that. Run that to there. To there. We aren't working on terminals connected to Vaxxers anymore, but this is true. This is true. It's a different world. So is it going to be here? And then 1, 2, 3, and start here. And then I leave that there. And these ones will have to go in between belts. I'll run it all the way across and delete what we don't need. Something just maybe fell in my room? I don't know. Right, so then that one goes there. There'll be one here. The next one is supposed to be where? I think just here. Put it in the middle of these. And then I reckon I'll put one here. Get rid of some of this over here. These things. So I know what I'm dealing with. Right, let's go with your migration is not complete yet. My gaming rig has moved to Linux. My laptop is still on Windows, but that will change in a few weeks. Right, nice. Yeah, I'm dual booting in my setup, so if something doesn't work, I can just go back. So I game on Windows 11 at the moment on this one, and then I flip over to Bazite as I test stuff. So I've got a bit of a backup, a fail-safe. That's probably the perfect height. It is. far I'm going to go. It's a pity about this. I can't get rid of this. But enough about that. Back to Satisfactory. Satisfactory works well on Linux. I understand that. I'm just, at the moment in this tutorial series, I'm recording all my footage I stream directly, raw footage, so I can use it for videos. So I don't want a continuity issue where it doesn't look the same between. So I will keep playing Satisfactory on Windows 11 until I finish this playthrough. That's just an OCD thing of mine. Let's do this all the way to the edge. And that to there. Alright, now. So one truck can come down, another one can come down. We're going to be running 2 trucks through the... Note on game capture, OBS does not detect Satisfactory, so need to manually enter game thread in the capture dialog. Nice, okay. Fair enough. Don't know. I don't know what you mean by detect Satisfactory. I capture the whole stream, the whole screen. But I also use NDI, so I send it to a different PC. So, different setups. Neither here nor there. But thanks for the heads up. Alright, I want to come in. So this one over here, I might be able to do this nicely. Yeah, I reckon I'm going to do it this way. So what, I reckon that one comes in to there. And this one's the truck. Yeah, I'm going to try that. That's right. Had this before. I can't open the crafting bench. There you go. I'm just going to drive the truck and then I can get in. So this came in. I could turn here and then head off that way. And this one to get my tone a bit better, but yeah, I think that'll be fine. And then turn off and head that way. What about the? I think I don't want to. I think it's better that coming in here and doing my tight turn like that. So you don't use game capture. OBS capture will thus tenders my note useless. That's alright. It's handy to know anyway in the future if I need to know. Alright. Let's say, what have I got here? No, I had a spare copper. Route 31 copper from south to train station from Coal Lake, and route 32 is iron. On the map, okay, so let's make this one copper number 31 load. And this one is iron number 32 low. Oh, I'll be back in a sec. Sorry about that. I'm back. Let's do some proper power then. So I might put a refinery pole, let's say here somewhere. We'll put it there. And there. And we'll do another one here. So there. This is temporary for the moment, so I'll leave that there. That will power this area here and all of that. Right. Okay, so this is copper. Although I think I might swap them around. Will I? No, copper's here and it's there. The iron one's down there. So that's actually right. So we're on different levels here. Interesting. That's okay. That looks straight. That might work. All right. This is the input here. What about I'm just trying to think for a sec. Hold on. What about... Okay, that's... Yeah, right. So if I had that there... Nah, I'm overcomplicating things here. All right. Trying things I don't need to try. Alright. This would go like that. Oh, actually, hold on. That should be right. So like that. That's fine. And this one is what? The double is over here, so that would be a that's not clipping. There's that one was. What's the difference here? Why isn't that snapping? Wrong way. Hold on, what am I doing? I've got these in the wrong ones anyway. It needs to be these ones. It's the output from that's feeding the train station. Yeah, how bizarre. It won't connect to that one. But if I put a bit of belt there, it does. That's bizarre. Now that... Yeah. I might put a 4 meter down instead. Probably to there. Alright, so I reckon there would be one here. And one here. But I need to do... Yeah, this is what I need to do. So... if I bring that to here, yeah, it's not going to connect, that's too short. But so I need to bring this back. How far did I come back? 2, maybe? Although this one's not going to be as bad. Hold on. Let me just check something first. Oh yeah, that works. Shinzo, hello, welcome. Good to see you there. So there, and that should hook. I just don't like how it hooks there. In that case, I think what we'll do is we'll do these old-fashioned ones. That and that. This one will be there. This will probably be, well, that one can be going to need to come out. One more. So that to there. That's going to go to there. Beautiful. What's happening today, Shinzo? Okay, I like that. I like how that works. So that's to the iron. And this one over here You're finally automating weapon ammo. Now that's what I like to hear. Right, that's there. So this one can be there. This one will be here. What weapon ammo have you chosen to automate? That one goes there. Nice. That looks great. Hey G, you get in the way. You did standard noblest rebar, explosive rebar, and rifle ammo so far, and now I'm working on smart ammo. But first I need high-speed connectors, so I'm doing that now. You discover you're not producing enough cable for that. Yeah, it does take a bit sometimes. What's up, Rennie? Do you want to come up for a pat, do you? Come on. Hey, up you come. Yep. All right. Good boy. Hey? Oh, I'm glad you're doing all of those different types of ammo. The explosive rebar is awesome. I definitely like that. Huh? I like the shock rebar as well, or stun rebar. It's a good scratch, Randy. Hey. Well, there's plenty of wire to make cable out there, that's for sure. Don't lick my keyboard. Stop licking my keyboard and my desk. Hey? You don't need to. You can lick my chin instead. Oh, you are a bit hot. Alright, come on. I'll be back in a minute, folks. Right, let's get back into it. I need... Now, I'm going to run this. That's an iron and a copper. So copper's over here. And the iron. If we run them all around this way, this might work nicely. Or we bring them, I think we bring them all and drop them down. Right, so that's there, that's to there. I've got another one here. And then this one and this one. That's not what I wanted. That looks good so far. If I went with, so this is going to be, I've got iron, 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 oops. These are the two irons, so I'm left with 1, 2, 3, 4 irons. I think I don't think I have that many irons on this part of the map. No, I don't, because there's one, two, three irons, and I'm bringing that fourth iron across. I'm missing a fifth iron. I think I'll bring the fifth iron in later, maybe on a different train. So if I do that, yeah, okay. Yeah. Because there's no... There is a copper... There's a copper... There's no pure iron on this part of the map. Yeah, right. It's the next one. It's that one. Yeah. Alright, in that case, then what I will do is I'm going to leave that one that's it there. Well, I'm going to shift that along maybe. And have 1, 2, 3, and then that's the one I bring in full. Alright. Change the plans. I get rid of that and that. Maybe not that. So I'm going to leave all this here and we'll just route it. Here. You've got 14 high-speed connectors per minute being produced now, Shinzo. That is awesome. So that one would be there. Reckon that would be it there, right? No, that's that one. And this one would be I've gone too far across. got it. And then that goes to there. Alright, that's beautiful. So none of that changes, which is great. All that changes is I don't have this one anymore. I just have 1, 2, 3 iron and 1 copper. Alright, so the copper, so that was there. This went this way. This one doesn't need to go. So 3. Yeah, I don't like that. I want to get them from here. Oh yeah, look at this. They can run through here and over here. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Something like this. Let's get that worked out. If I run them together, let's go with I reckon if I did that, let's go one more up. Like this. That was that way. That way. So 4 I could go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I like that. Alright. So we got a Mark II miner. That's what about there. Then I could probably just go like that to there. Right. This is going to come to somewhere about here. So that is going to go to there. So I reckon on the mark. And that's copper. That was copper. That's this one here. So it's going to be this one here. That would go there, so then this that's clips too much, but okay, I don't need it there because I can do it here to the height I need. So that would be, there'd be one iron here, a second iron here, and then that's the copper and the iron. Okay, so if I get this right, stupid. Alright, that's frustrating. Let me see what happens if I come back to here. I think I need to bring this out one more. And your homing ammo is done? That is awesome. So you get that one. Okay, I think I understand what I'm doing now. This one, I forgot. Okay, oh, hold on. This one's no longer here. We got rid of this, so that's confusing me. That's great. That helps. So this one here, this is an iron. So that one could actually, it has to come back a bit, I think. Still got to come back one more. That one comes to here. Right, that's to there. I'm going to do that again to make sure I've got it correct. The only issue I have here is the next one and the next one aren't going to fit. I could bring that closer. That would work better. We can probably come one more closer. Sometimes playing with the train is very annoying. Still gonna have a belt clip over the top of it. So what about yeah, there we go. I think I know. Another Jamie looking good. Thank you very much. Can be a bit frustrating at times trying to get everything exactly where we want it, I think. That's probably better. Let's do that. How are you today? And that's supposed to be there. Excuse me. If that's supposed to be there, so that would be... So if it comes out this far, then what am I complaining? Well, oh yeah, this would kind of work. All good, mate, just working, and am I all good? Yes, I am, thank you. Things are doing well, nothing to complain about here. Alright, if I went all the way to here, just trying to figure out this jigsaw puzzle I've made for myself. That's all. And if that came down, that's on that line there. And I wanted... Yeah, okay. That's what I wanted to work out. So if I did those two were there. So let's get this one. Alright. It's got to come back one and we're nearly there. So I think it has to be that high. So this is the copper. That I think has to be. And then I've got the iron. So the copper has to be higher than that. I'll go one more. Oh no. The copper would be lower. And then the iron would be higher. Yeah, I can do that, I think. Just making jigsaws. Yeah, I know what okay. Alright, so why don't I do this then? This to there, that to there. You take this, so it's copper to there. So if that was copper, and then that could be higher up. Yep. Yep, okay. And then the iron. So I've got this iron here, and this iron, and this iron, and this iron, right. So that one will do. So the other iron would have to come. So this iron here is going to do that. That's the longest iron, so it needs to be the lowest iron. So that would be this one. Can I do? I've just got them so tight, packed. Right, so if that one went to there, and that's the furthest iron, then this right, so do that to there. That's what I want. Get rid of that. This. Go to there. Right. The next iron is going to be this one. And then, so this is it here. So I could do it'd have to be there, I think. Alright. So this one needs to be there. But I do want yeah, it's too high. Nah, because it clips there. That's what I did, was avoiding. So one more up. One more up. That goes to there. No, we're going to go. Where have I gone wrong there? I can't do half increments. Can I do a half increment if I did it like that? I could. So then that my second iron. Then the third iron is going to be this one here, I think. Yep. And that's on the perfect spot. Now I don't know if... So if I had that there... Oh yeah, that'd be alright. And the copper is this last one. Right, so it's going to be that one. Right, that's the spot. So it's... Yeah, get rid of this and this. So it's that one there. And it is... Right, that should hook into there. So this here should go over to here. Right. What's going on? I'm not close enough. That needs to be closer by 1. Yeah, it does. Shinzo, you got the gas filters automated, time for iodine filters. It's all happening. They're really important things to get automated. All of that is. There we go. And then I'm just going to rerun that. From there. All the way into there. And then this. To there. And then that's that copper. Perfect. You're not sure how much you can squeeze out of your quick wire production? The old quick wire, eh? It's a precarious item. Now, I don't know... Yeah, I don't want to end that. I think I'm going to... So that'll go to there. I think that looks alright. The fixer skins are still there. Interesting. It was not going to do much now that I redirect everything from Criterion computer production into high-speed connectors. It's zooming on the belts. There's a quick way bulks up quickly. That's for sure. Right, so what I think I'm going to do is... that there. Just want one more bit into the ground so it looks proper. about, let's default to there. Yeah, I can't. I don't know if I can live with that. I don't know if I can live with that. Where'd it go? I don't know how it got over there. Alright, so what if I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe, yeah, maybe. There we go. And then that's it. I probably don't need that one anymore. There we go. Get rid of that. I hate how it's really hard to match the existing angle, you know? There was a lot more stuff around than what I wanted, but it'll do. So now over here, perfect. That one's better. And then I can run power as well. Get to that in a sec. Alright, so I need to run these three. So what have we got here? So you've got what? Let's say that's 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 5, that's 6. Let's say that's 7. Oh, you know what I could do? Let's do this. Into the rock. That looks heaps better. Now there's one iron node here, so I reckon this one I'll hook up to that there. And then I can just run the remainder on these two. Let's get some power. Let's do some Mark 3s. I might run them. Beautiful. Right, so I think what if I did this? Might do that. Let's get one of these. I reckon there. Let's get our miner base. There and probably there. And if I did a curve to there, that looks pretty awesome. And that can power that. And then there's one node there and one node there. So that one . That, and there's that. So I reckon what we might do here is if I put a warp-hole there, almost. I want to I reckon there. Yep, that'll do it. Alright, and then this. I reckon I might even turn this one. Oh, wrong way. That bird bloody better move, I'll tell you right now. Oh, shoot. Thank you. And then the last one is that one over there. We'll still have to truck the other stuff in. Just move this to there. Oh, I was moving really quickly. I was on the stupid belt. That's why. Alright, so that's supporting that. So the last one. Probably there. Hold on. That's it. I reckon that's it there. Yep, that's it there. Right, I'm going to wrap up shortly. We just need to get this over to here. Yeah, I think that's about right. That can stay there, it's not interrupting. I think the only one is that one. This too long, so maybe I bring that to here. Sweet. Get rid of that and that. So this one won't have any. Iron, iron. That one's about to get iron. That's copper. That one's got to get the copper trucked in. That's got to get the copper trucked in there. Yeah, alright. That's the iron trucked in. Perfect. Everything's working. I reckon that... Oh, no, hold on. And some of them over here as well. Don't get much from there. That's not good from there. It's really The best shots are these low ones, the underbelts. I think that's enough for me for the moment. We're going to have to bring the ore to these stations tomorrow, and then the big task is running the actual train line. So that train line is going to come beside here and head that way, and these will join up. That is it for today. We're going to head back to the space elevator and see how many coupons we've made for today, and then we'll wrap it up. But yeah, I'm liking, and then so yeah, we're going to run a train line all the way along here back to the city. You can't catch me. Just try. Yep, too slow. I want to tidy up those train lines. Now that I've got the hover pack, I want to do them a bit differently. Well, not differently, I just get them with the newer bends and pieces that I've got, blueprint pieces. Looking good. The city's flowing as it should. So we probably would have made 6 or 7 coupons today, I reckon. That's petroleum coke. Five coupons. Not as many as I thought, but still, it's better than none. Well, folks, that was an excellent episode today. We got the iron and copper train stations built there on the south coast, and I'm feeding 3 pure iron nodes and 1 pure copper node in. I'm going to bring a pure iron node and a normal iron node from that coal crater down south there, the little coal lake, and bring those over with trucks, and then that'll all go back to the main base. We will connect all that up to backwards forwards train lines and send that to the we'll do all that train work coming up in the next episode. We'll just keep working on it. There's a bit of work to be done, but I think I've done almost done the chunk of it, where now it's just sort of putting some train tracks in, which isn't that complicated, and tidying it all up. Have a good morning, afternoon, evening and night. I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.